Hi all, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's session, we will be discussing about Python loop control statements which are break, continue and pass. First, we can take break statements. So break statement is used to exit the loop when a given condition is encountered. If a given condition is true, then break statement will exit the loop. So that is the description of break statement. For example, for I in range of I, if I is equal to 3, you are saying the loop to get a break and print the values. So for this example, the output will be 0, 1, 2. So let us execute this break statement in the code edit. For I in range of, for I in range of 5, if I is equal to 3, then it need to get break and print the values. Then I will print the normal statement. If I run this, I'm getting the output as 0, 1, 2 and execution is completed. So how exactly the break statement works is, so for a given loop, for I in range of 5, I value will be 0 at its first iteration. If I is equal to 3, then break. Since I 0 is equal to 3 is not a true value, hence the 0 will be printed. Now in the second iteration, I value will be 1. So if 1 is equal to 3, so again the condition fails because 1 is not equal to 3. Again the value I will be printed as 1. Then again it will move back to third iteration, where now in the third iteration I value will be 2. And if 2 is equal to 3, so since the condition again fails, now it will print the value 2 here. Now in the fourth iteration, the value of I will be 3. So if 3 equal to 3, now the condition is satisfied and it is true. Now the loop will get break and gets out of the for loop. Now at last the print statement, which is normal statement known as execution is completed, will be printed. This is how exactly the break statement works. Now let us move to second topic of control statements, which is continue statement. So continue statement is used to skip the current iteration of the loop when a given condition is reached and proceed with the next iteration. If a given condition is reached, the continue statement will help to skip that iteration and move to the next iteration. In the below mentioned example, for I in range of I, if I equal to 2, if the value of I is equal to 2, you are adding continue statement which helps the iteration to skip that current iteration and print the next iteration or proceed with the next iteration. So if the value equals 2, then the following iteration will be skipped and rest of the elements will be printed. So this is how the working behavior of continue statement. We can execute this in the code editor. For I in range of 5, if I equal to 2, continue, print I. Execution is completed. When I run this, you could able to see the second iteration has been skipped and all the rest of the elements has been printed off. So here, how exactly the continue statement works is like, so for I in range of 5, for first iteration, I value will be 0. So it will check whether the condition is true, if condition is true or not. 0 is equal to 2, it will be false. So the value will be printed. And in the second iteration, I will be 1. And it will check for the if condition. 1 is equal to 2. So again the condition false. So it will print the value. I is equal to 1. So in the third iteration, I value becomes 2. It will check in if condition. So 2 equal to 2. So if condition is satisfied and it will continue for the next iteration without printing it. So it forces the iteration loop to skip that iteration and proceed with the next iteration. So hence the value 2 won't be printed and it will be skipped. So now at the fourth iteration, the value of I will be 3 and 3 is equal to 2, which is false. Again the value will be printed, which is as 3. Now at the fifth iteration, the I value will be 4 and 4 is equal to which is false and the value will be printed. And finally, we are at the end of the for loop and it will be out of the loop. The loop will be get terminated by itself and finally the execution is completed, which is normal statement will be printed. So this is how the continuous statements works. Now let us move on with the third statement, which is known as pass statement. So pass statement is a null statement in Python and it instructs to do nothing. So for I in range of 5, if you add a pass statement, so it doesn't do anything. So without pass statement, it could have thrown the syntax error. To maintain the syntax, we use pass statement. So let's execute that. Pass or py for I in range of 5. If I didn't enter anything here, it will show some errors here. So in order to maintain the syntax, I will use the pass statement. Now if I run this, it won't print anything. It's a null thing. So hence, pass statement is just used to maintain the syntax. The operation done by pass statement is nothing and it is null. So that's all with the control statements. We have discussed break, continue, pass statements. These three statements are very much important in iterative loops. So that's all for the day. Thank you.